Hi, my name is Miss Black and I am so excited to see you.
And I am Mrs. Mugabe. I'm excited to see you as well.
We are so sad that we can't have you here with us at Pre-Kites, but instead of you coming here, we have another plan.
Guess what? We're going to record videos every day for 4 days in a week. And we're so excited to be reading all these amazing stories to you and sending some activities for you to do while you're at home. So get ready.
Join us for the adventure. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Hi friends, it's good to see you again. Does anybody remember our memory verse from last week? It was Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17, and it says, "A friend loves at all times." Do you remember that? I'm going to read you another story today about some great friends, and this story might look a little bit familiar to the one that we read last week, but it's called The Very Noisy Bear. So I think last week it was The Very Cranky Bear, and today it's The Very Noisy Bear. It's from the same author, Nick Bland, and he did the writing of the words and the drawing of the pictures. So who's ready for a new story? Let's go. The Very Noisy Bear. Are you noisy sometimes? I have a noisy friend in my house too. In the jingle jangle jungle, there was music in the air. Do you like music? Do you like playing music? Do you like listening to music? We love music in our house too. And it landed in the ears of a very sleepy bear. Oh no, this bear wants to go back to sleep. Can you see a friend here that was not in the other story? It's Mr. Bunny Rabbit. And what's Bear holding? What do you think he's holding here? What did Sheep give him in the last story? A nice pillow to go underneath his head. I think he's ready to go back to bed, huh? "Excuse me," said the bear to the music-making sheep. "Your band is very noisy and it's time for me to sleep." "Now that you're awake," said Sheep, "perhaps you'd like to stay." "Have you ever tried the jungle drums? They're really fun to play." Do you like playing drums? Where you can go bang, bang, bang with your hands on the drums? Drums are fun. Lion was on the jungle drums and Bear began to smile. "I suppose if I could play the drums, I'd stay a little while." He sat upon the tiny stool. Boom, bang, bash. Boom went the noisy bear. Boom, bang. Crash. "It's harder than it looks," said Lion, "to play a jungle drum. You might prefer an instrument you only have to strum." What would be an instrument that you could just strum? Can you think of something? Maybe a guitar? Zebra had a striped guitar. She handed it to Bear. "You hold it over here," she said, "and strum it over there." Bear started strumming softly. Then he strummed a little more. Do you like Zebra's stripy guitar? I haven't seen a guitar that looks like a zebra before. Then he started strumming wildly with his massive strumming paw, but his claws were long and curly and they tangled in the strings. "Never mind," said Zebra. "Guitars are tricky things." Moose held up his trumpet. Would you like to have a go? All you have to do, he said, is take a breath and blow. Bear took a giant breath. Can you see Bear there? He's taking a big, deep breath. And blew with all his might. The trumpet made a screeching noise, and all the birds took flight. The elephants stampeded, and the monkeys left. Everyone took cover until Bear was out of breath. I think Bear made a great big loud noise with that trumpet. Your lungs are awfully strong, said Sheep. You must be very proud. But there is another instrument that isn't quite as loud. Have you ever tried a microphone? It's just a simple thing. You only have to hold it up, clear your throat, and sing. She handed Bear the microphone and counted up to 4. The band began to play a tune, and Bear began to... What do you think Bear did? Roar! Roar went the noisy bear. Roar, roar, roar. More, cheered the audience. More, more, more. The elephants were dancing and the monkeys sang aloud. He roared in perfect harmony through every single song. I think he thinks he's a bit of a rock star. Then when the show was over and the moon had settled in, when everyone was fast asleep, oh no, what do you think the very noisy bear is going to do next? I think he might be going to wake his friends up. He tried the violin. That's another instrument that has strings, like the guitar. He played the violin and all his friends, look, here's his friend the turtle trying to go to sleep. And I think that's why they named him the very noisy bear. Do you know what? I'm sending home some activities for your mums and dads to help you with, and some of them might help you be very noisy as well. Would you like to be noisy? It's fun to make noise, isn't it? Sometimes it's good to make noise outside and not have all the noise inside. So make sure you obey your mum and dad. And if they say, take that noise outside, make sure you take it out as well, okay? But maybe you could make some instruments. Do you know, yesterday I went for a bike ride with my little girl and we stopped and had a rest under a tree. And in the tree, under the tree, we found some nuts from the tree, some little tree nuts. And we had an empty bottle. So we put the tree nuts inside the bottle, and maybe you could do this at your house too. If you can't find tree nuts, maybe you can find some rocks on the road or some dirt or something that makes a noise, and you can put them in a bottle like this, and guess what? Now you have a shaker, and you can make a lot of noise with your shaker. So that's one idea for a musical instrument, but I have another idea too. Would you like to see it? Okay. This is something else that you might have in your house. So next time you finish the toothpaste, maybe you could say, Mum, can I keep the box? Because look, here's our toothpaste box. And do you know what I did? I cut a little hole in the front of it, and then I put some elastic bands on there, and guess what? We could pretend it's a guitar, like the guitar that the very noisy bear was playing. And you could play your guitar. So you could put as many bands on there as you like. And if you had a different shaped hole here, it would probably make a different sound as well. So you can experiment making different sounds. Now, if you don't have a toothpaste box and elastic bands or a bottle and seeds, maybe you might like to go outside and see if you can find two things. I found two rocks, two big rocks. And you know what? We like to play tapping sticks sometimes, but I thought you could tap the rocks, and that makes music too. Tap, 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 tap your tapping rocks. Tap, 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 tap your tapping rocks. Tap them high in the sky. Tap them low down below. Tap, 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 tap your tapping rocks. So you can make some music this week. And you know what I would love to see? If you made a musical instrument and then you had a band like the Very Noisy Bear, maybe you could ask Mum or Dad if they could send it to Miss Black and Mrs. Mugabe, and we could watch it too. Because you watch us telling you stories, so maybe we could watch you playing your musical instruments. Thanks for listening to the Very Noisy Bear. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I hope you have even more fun making some musical instruments. See you later, friends.